The crosshatch crochet stitch is one that's very intriguing. It's very interesting. It's going to take a little bit of attention to get started, row 1 and row 2, as you're figuring out the pattern, but then it's just a row 2 repeat. The one row repeat over and over and over again to achieve the pattern, the project that you want to accomplish, which means as soon as you pick up the rhythm, it's going to have that very relaxing quality to this pattern that a lot of us crocheters are looking for. Now, I could see this pattern being used for a lot of different projects, such as a washcloth, a pillow, a blanket, a scarf, even a top, a woman's top like a poncho or a sweater. This is going to be a really pretty pattern. The crosshatch crochet stitch is worked in a multiple stitch count of 7. I would label this crochet project as an advanced beginner level crochet project because we're working with double crochet stitches, single crochet stitches, and chains. That's it, those basic stitches. The thing that's going to get you hung up, the thing that you are going to need to pay attention to, is how those stitches are being assembled. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Starting with a long enough tail for us to weave in the ends at the end of the project, creating our slip knot, attaching our crochet hook. Here we go. So multiple of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. All right, so the multiple of 7 has been achieved. Let's go to row 1. For row 1, we are going to make 2 double crochet stitches in the 3rd chain from our crochet hook. So looking at our V stitches, 1, 2, 3. Let's make 2 double crochets. 1, 2. And that chain 2 we started with counts as our first stitch. So technically we're looking at 3 stitches right here. And then we're going to skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the 4th chain. Awesome. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Make 1 double crochet stitch in the next 3 chains. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and then we repeat the pattern. You'll notice that this pattern rhythm is in 3s. 3, 3, 3. So it's gonna be the easiest way to pick up the pattern. Skip 3 stitches, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then skip 3 chains, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. Repeat that pattern all the way across for row 1. When we get to the end of row 1, you're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the very last stitch space, and that will close off row 1. Now row 1 will look zigzaggy, so that might throw some people off, especially newer crocheters who want their projects to be flat on the bottom. But this is just a very intriguing project that I think you'll still enjoy, even if it has a zigzag quality to it. All right, to move on to row 2. Now row 2 is the repeating row that we are going to repeat for the rest of whatever project you are making. Start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. All right, we're going to start row 2 by making 2 double crochet stitches in that single crochet stitch. So 1, 2, there we go. Skip the 3 double crochets and find that first chain next to your 3rd double crochet stitch. Single crochet into that chain. chain 3, 1, 2, 3, make 1 double crochet stitch in the next 2 chains here. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and then make 1 double crochet stitch into the single crochet stitch. 1, for a total of 3 double crochet stitches. Then we're going to skip the next 3 double crochets, find the chain following that last double crochet stitch, single crochet into that chain, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet into each of the next 2 chains. So 1, 2, and double crochet into that single crochet stitch. There we go. And that's the repeat pattern. Now the pattern does not necessarily specify if they want you to put the double crochet stitches into the chain or around the chain. So I'm going to let that be up to you on personal preference. Whatever works best for you is just easier for you to crochet and work with. But that's the pattern, guys. Skip 3 double crochets, find the first chain, single crochet into that first chain, chain 3, make 1 double crochet into the first chain, make 1 double crochet into the second chain, and then make a double crochet stitch into that single crochet stitch. You will end row 2 by skipping the first 2 double crochet stitches, so skip 1, skip 2, and single crocheting into that turning chain, or the top of that chain 2 that we did, chain 3 that we did to get to the next row. Sound good? And that is what we're going to look at for row 2. All right, guys, and like I said, that's all we do for the rest of the project is repeat row 2. So start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, turning our work, making 2 double crochet stitches into that first single crochet, 1, 2, and then skipping all 3 double crochet stitches, finding that first chain, single crocheting into that first chain, then chain 3, making 1 double crochet stitch around or in each chain, so 1, 2, and then making a double crochet stitch into the single crochet stitch. And that's it. The repeat pattern that you're going to be doing for the rest of the project. All right, I really hope that you give this pattern a try, because it is one of those patterns that if you're just watching me do it or you see a picture, it's not going to have the same effect with you or the same experience that you're gonna have as if you actually did it. Because when you pick up that rhythm, this stitch is actually a lot of fun. And it's very beautiful. It really is. If you would like, go to my website, crochetwithtiffany.com, and print off one of my stitch cards. They're free. I created this whole template for you. And all you have to do is insert the name. So Crosshatch Stitch. This is worked in a multiple of 7. And then you can input all the rest of the data. I'll put the actual pattern here on the screen if you'd like to pause the video and write that into this pattern section. I will also create a little document. It's not going to be fancy by any means, but it'll be the pattern that you can go to my website and print off. I print my patterns off on, or these cards off on cardstock, so they're firmer, stronger, and then I'll staple these swatches that I make to it. So if I'm struggling to think of a particular pattern that I want to use, now I have a memory of and an experience of crocheting the stitch and how I felt about it. If you crochet any of these stitches, make a card, and you don't like it, make a card and say, I didn't like this stitch. That way, whenever you come across that stitch, you'll be like, oh, I said I did it and I didn't like it. So maybe any of the stitches that you make, just depending on your experience and what you like and what you don't, this is a great reference. It's also really cool if you want to put multiple stitches together to check out all the multiple stitch count requirements. Put the same multiple stitch count required stitches together and they'll work up together, and it's really cool to see. It's really neat. All right, if you like this video, please push that thumbs up button. It's like a big high five to me, which I think is really cool. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. That way you don't miss my upcoming videos. I have some great things coming out and you're not gonna wanna miss out. If you'd like a little more involvement with my channel or just like to support my channel in general, check out my membership program. I think you'd really enjoy some of the levels I have in there. If you enjoyed this stitch video, let's keep this going and check out these videos I have here, which are more stitches. Let's just crochet all day. Make a bunch of stitch swatches together. So watch those videos or check out this video, which is a recommended video for you to watch. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and crocheting. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too, and I'll see you with the next one, guys. Bye.